Governor Whitmer released her plan to get students back in schools, and it really depends on the latest with the COVID-19 cases here in Michigan.
So this morning we are joined by one of the superintendents serving on the state task force recommendations to get kids back in class, Renee Garcia, superintendent of the Muskegon Heights Public School Academy System. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning. My pleasure.
All right, Renee, let's first talk about what that came out yesterday with Governor Whitmer, and what's your initial thoughts, and do you feel like this is something that you could do in your district?
You were going to do it because we need to serve our community. So absolutely, we're going to make it happen. There's a lot of work to do, though. That's my initial thought is, boy, do we have work to do.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys maybe have you actually been getting some calls or so from parents about how the school year is going to look as well after hearing this?
Yes, I've had parents on both sides, parents excited and ready to return, and parents saying, I'm just not so sure. So I'm glad that the plan includes some options, and there's more work to be done from the state level to give us guidance on that. But the opportunity for parents to have choice is going to be really important, especially when we're looking at communities like mine that have been disproportionately affected.
Renee, I know you talked about there's a lot to do, and is that, I guess you were maybe referring to things that have to happen within these buildings to make it safe for the kids to enter, as well as your staff. Also, can you answer the question about how you're going to treat, or if you even know yet, how you're going to handle lunchtime with the cafeterias? How will that work?
Yeah, we don't have that detail figured out yet. So, but there's great guidance in that plan to address instruction, safety protocols, screening, maintenance, transportation. There's lots of info. It's a 63-page plan that requires us to develop 3 different plans depending on what phase we're in. So thankfully, this isn't going to be a one-person job. In every school district, we have lots of teams that we'll be working with. And then we also have the opportunity that we work across county or within our county. We've got a great Muskegon County group to work with. And then we are able to go across the state and be able to just pull best ideas together to develop each of those plans and then customize them for our particular community.
Yeah, and so, this year's maybe back to school shopping may look a little different. Do you know, I guess, what kind of advice you're giving parents as far as to how to arm their kids with the right kind of supplies, especially, with the increased sanitation and such?
Right, we haven't gotten to that point, to be honest, yet, but it will definitely be in the works so that we can, make sure that we're keeping kids safe. So that we as a school hold a lot of responsibility for that. So we need to make sure that we can provide hand sanitizer and soap and water, and that's going to come back to how we get funded. So there's a big question there as well. We need adequate funding to make this happen so that we can move forward safely for our students.
Renee, do you feel like funding will be there when it comes time to fall to start classes?
I know that there's a bipartisan effort. I know that our governor and our legislators are working toward that. And I know there's talk on the federal level. So I have to believe that the people that are making those decisions know and understand the importance of education for our students, and also the importance for us to be able to be in session so that our parents that need us there so that they can get back to work happens. So I'm going to continue to advocate and continue to believe that those decisions are going to be made so that that all can be pulled off. And then also that as a community, we can continue to do whatever we can to mitigate the strategy so that we're wearing masks in public, that we're going to keep socially distanced, because the key to this plan is that the spread doesn't get worse. If we have to go back to a phase 3 or lower, then we cannot be back in school with kids, and then that shuts everything down again. So it's going to count on everything from the highest federal level to our neighbors to participate in making this happen.
Absolutely. It's a big community. We all have to do this together. All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.